probably opened up on this here. Alright. Start streaming. Should make my YouTube go live eventually here. Go ahead. File. File save to 892. Oh, I know what I can do. I can make a test piece. How do I describe this? How do I describe this? I guess removable mold. Sure. Why is my webcam not working here? Oh, I don't have it on. I'll explain it. Oh my god, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Got a lot of stuff to do. Or, I have some stuff to do today. Nothing too bad. Alright. Start streaming, I guess. I have a pretty good idea of how I'm going to do this. Yeah, yeah, I do want to do a test piece like this today. So yeah, because I want to test it out in some actual resin to see if it removes easily. It can be removed easily. I guess you would say. Which I assume it should be, because I don't know why it wouldn't be. Oh, yeah, I can't stream off of this one, but I can start recording. Removable mold. Let's animate that. Okay, so some music on. Um. So it's gonna be a pretty similar setup as to what we had a couple days ago. This one just needs to manage a little bit less because this one is in no way gonna be used. Well, I guess it is gonna be used for actual testing, isn't it? So it would be good to have something that kind of like tapers in to really push the limits of the molding, I guess. Yeah. Because obviously, if I have a mold that ends up being flush, this is a curious issue. I mean, of course, there's one pretty obvious way how to do it, is just make it so one of the parts is breakable, and then I should be able to, or the flanges are breakable, which honestly it might do. I do think that's I have a pretty, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. Alright, So I think the approach I'm going to take is going to be a cylinder, and just kind of because it's not like it's going to like majorly. I don't even know just how to describe my thought process here, to be honest. But if I make something that moves out like this, and kind of tapers in at the end, so like, yeah, exactly like that, or more or less exactly like this. It needs to be removable in some way, and that way would be flexible, like a flexible film, like flexible shit. But the thing about flexibility is that it needs to actually I think this is probably fine. Like that's probably as extreme as a overlap would be for a golf club. Swap faces. Alright, Alright, so obviously this can be both the outer skin, the inner skin. This is going to be basically the only object we use here. Just one of them is going to be filled, or two are going to be skins of different different setup skins. Actually, I'm not gonna have any that fully fill. All gonna be, well, the first one's gonna be solidified, and solidify inwards. So that's going to be our this is going to be like our initial part. So this is going to be the PLA part. PLA part is going to be here. I don't want to think about texturing yet. Okay. And then this one is going to be our solidify in the other direction, and this one I want to be quite thin. Maybe only that thin, or that thick rather. Okay. Actually, I might do a gray. What can I control Z, or I mean control, can't undo color changes, which is odd. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why it's like that. Okay, so that'll be our PLA. Apply this. And then, of course, how am I gonna have like something affixed here? Will be interesting. Well, obviously the plan is to not need something affixed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Like obviously, if you put a plate on here, which is the intention of like the shrinking area, it would be an issue. But I guess there's no reason why, if I did that, I wouldn't just have a shell of 3D printed filament, because there's no reason 3D printed stuff wouldn't be able to exist there. If anything, I could, I don't know. I'll probably just continue doing it this way anyways, because this could still be useful for something in the future. This is more so just a little proof of concept of what I might be doing, of an option that I'm exploring, not the option we're gonna go with. Which makes sense considering it's pretty rough. Okay, I think the next good shift new selection. Do I have selected here? No, I can't even fucking tell. It's gotta be this one then, right? Nope. What the fuck? Alright, turn you black. Okay, I gotta fucking solidify. I cannot tell which one is which. Okay. That works. So now the middle one is going to get some slats cut out of it so that it can be broken and like collapsed down. So the main issue with this is going to be getting the head in there, I think, but that's going to be an issue with literally any way you design it, I think. I guess maybe if you put like a secondary cap on, it wouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I guess so. How would you do this and like make the interior removable still? That's interesting. You could set it up so it's like all, and there's just opening in the back. I might actually change it, switch it up some here, because I am curious. Because like if you did a 3D printed setup, then it would be, you'd be able to, how would this compare to a traditional method? Because obviously the traditional method is you have a cap on it. This one would probably be whether or not you wanted to have a back cap, or this one would be designed with a back cap, which I do think would be better than the alternatives, possibly. And the thing about it is you only need to do 1 or 2 layers while it's yeah, okay. That's not a bad idea. Do I want to design it that way though. I think I'll design it this way. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, this design doesn't really work for... I mean, this design just wouldn't work. So I'm going to design it a different way, I think. Yeah, I think is the plan here. Okay. So this would actually require layup directly onto it. Hmm. Okay, so I don't know. I might just undo all that because it's kind of hard to know what I want to do here. So I think I'll just go with the initial idea, because the difference between the initial idea and like having a, first off, there's a very low chance we do it this way. And second off, I think it should be close enough to where I can like describe it. Oh shoot, I remembered what I was supposed to do today. But I can do that tomorrow. I forgot the actual plans for today. But it's not due till Thursday, so I do not need to do it until then. I mean, it's not due till Friday, rather. Origin cursor. Middle guy. Okay. So that should hopefully, honestly, I can probably even go a little bit smaller on this boolean. Looks like this should. There. This could possibly be something. Honestly, can even do crazier, because it barely needs to be like cut off, and then it should just snap pretty easily. we go. And that shouldn't have like any real issues. I think I'll run with this. If I need to change it up, I will keep one of these in my back pocket. But I will disappear it for now. If I find that it doesn't work, I will come back to it. But I do think it should work. Yeah, I do think it should work. I like 3D printed molds because you can get really quirky with them. Alright, so now I think those are parts pretty much. And all I gotta do is figure out how to remove the molds. Oh, the bottom ones are kind of shit. Let me see if I can. I didn't even notice that. I was not paying attention. Last. Okay, I think that maybe looks right. Ugh. So I think those should be clear to like miss each other. Okay, let's go ahead and throw some bones. Throw this guy some bones. For the sake of it, okay, so I do have the option again to make everything boned to the same thing, but I think it makes more sense for them to be separate. Yeah. So I think we're gonna do with a rip. Yo. I'm currently playing around more with doing a carbon fiber like golf club head. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to make a mold for it using 3D printed materials so that I can still so this black is the carbon fiber, this white is flexible filament, and this orange is just my normal bulk rigid filament. So I'm currently just visualizing how this is gonna work. So the plan so far is that you put this guy in the middle. This is where your mold starts, because with carbon fiber you need to lay it up around something, and then you gotta infuse it with, you gotta spread like resin through it, and you need to lay it up over like a mold to mold it to your part. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to make a mold that is easily removable but also 3D printable. Because this should be a lot easier than the alternative, because if we do this another way, then we have to do it in 2 full parts, and the process takes a lot longer. And also, if I want to design any like fun internals, like make it adjustable or anything, it needs to be 3D printed, because the internals will be 3D printed. So right now we're just doing a little bit of a visualization on a project I'm doing for school. And we'll probably also be working on some outside of school here coming up. If I do end up having time to make the adjustable head, I will definitely be working on that outside of school, which, yeah, is exciting. But we'll have to see how everything works out. But for now, I think the last thing I need to do is I'm gonna rip some vertices here. So that I can separate this up. Yes, so I actually have the first test like theory part. I can actually show this. I have some fantastic visualization tools. Oh, the keyboard is, I think, visibly in the same spot as it has been, but I've fully designed all the parts. I do still need to print them. Thank you for mentioning it, because I had forgotten that I need to print them before this weekend. Because I think I'm gonna hopefully be able to finish it Saturday. It will depend a little bit on like if I need to work on anything else. It might unfortunately push that back. But I think I should be able to work on it Thursday. But yeah, no, this here is the this is the like initial like figuring out. This was the test piece to figure out if I could like unfold the carbon fiber and make a mold for it to cut it, or make a guide to cut it so that it folds over nicely. Of course, this isn't exactly perfect, but you get the idea. So this paper is carbon fiber, or would be carbon fiber, and you would lay it up around our mold here. But before I like perfectly dial this in, I need to actually design this, and this is going to have more of a shape more similar to this. So I need to figure out how to mold it. Yeah, so I need to make the mold usable with yeah. So I need the mold to be removable, and since we're going to be inlaying a metal piece, right now I'm also designing it so that I can make it past a taper. Because if this was fully flush, if this part was if all these parts were flush, so if these parts were flush like this, then I would just be able to remove the part easily. But since I have a little bit of a bevel to them, here I need to make it so this can like kind of break and be extracted easier. And
when you find a deal on your favorite thing in the McDonald's
oh yeah, the keyboard.
does that technically count?
Right now, I can't really show you it too well, because right now it's kind of just like it's currently laid on its face. So I need to order some materials for it. Or I need to order, well, So right now it's like face down because I tried to start doing the soldering, but I need flux for it to work like at all. There's the parts of it. And then there's also some resin that I robbed, which I think I'm going to use for connecting these like metal pieces, or yeah, connecting the screws into these holes. I'm going to do that with resin. So I also need to do a little resin test piece on wood to see if that works. Like figure out if it like bleeds over excessively, or if it does, I need to put like polyurethane on it. But if it does not, then I do not need to do polyurethane. So I do think that's another option I do have if I find that the coating doesn't work very well. I do have polyurethane spray, which I do think is very good as a release agent, or is passable as a release agent. So I do have some options, and I think this 3D printed setup for these golf club, or for the golf club, will be a good idea and work well. So yeah, it is. Keyboard will get finished eventually. I am pretty busy this weekend, so I can't guarantee it'll get done this weekend. But I don't know. We'll see. It realistically doesn't have that much work left in it once I get all the parts printed, because it really is just soldering. Because soldering and gluing the parts. I guess it's not even gluing the parts, just also soldering the parts. Because I guess melting the parts together, I guess would be the way to describe it. But yeah, no, it's close. Which is something I've said for like years now, but it is like actually for real close. Because a lot of the time when I said it was close in the past, I'm like, okay, if I go on and don't do, usually I'd be like, oh, it's close, but I would kind of like to improve this. At this point, I have nothing that I would really want to improve on it. So it is in fact close. As close as it has ever been. Yeah. Oh! Ooh, V. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta figure out exactly what I need to do, because realistically, like classwork, I don't have that much. I have a test Tuesday that I have to study quite a bit for, but depending on how I do this weekend, or do the next couple of days, I should be able to get my studying done before the weekend. I need to go home at least for a little bit on Sunday. I'm planning on going home for a little bit on Sunday because I gotta pick some stuff up, and I'm gonna have dinner with my family, or lunch probably. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how everything plays out. If I was, so I know how to do all like the mechanical stuff, but I'm completely, like I would be able to make a phone case, or a phone, like I could like make a phone case and like the casing, all the casings for a phone, or I could probably design a decent mouse case. But I don't know how to do any of the electronic stuff. Like obviously, it would be incredibly impressive if I could like build do like all the PCBs for a phone, especially that stuff's way beyond most people. And kind of same goes with a mouse. That is actually something that I would like to work on at some point is like a super ultra-weight mouse. Because like I've seen a few designs, but I would have some tweaks to it. Because optimally, I would like a completely adjustable mouse. Let me switch over to work desk. Okay, this one will work. So I would like, obviously, one, to make it super lightweight, but also I have large hands, so like this mouse, no matter what, I'm gonna be like dragging. So I would like something that would be adjustable to like a larger size, but that's something to work on in the future, and isn't really that big of a deal. And would I guess I do have the corpse of a model or a GeForce 502 that I could repurpose for that use at some point. So it's an option. I'd probably design it like something hyper light off the 502 base, because I really do like I like the feel of the 502, but it's just heavy. So. Oh yeah, no worries. I love something about me. If you spent any time in the Discord right now I'm around, I love to blab about shit. I love talking about it. Yeah, especially stuff like this, which is like super interesting to me. Yeah, I would like to think so. I need to. Main thing is just need to get off my ass and actually work on all the ideas I have, which is basically just about the sole reason for the streaming, is the streaming and hopefully and YouTube videos is finally get me going on actually working on stuff. Because I have a bad habit of being like, oh, I would like to make this, or I have this idea, but then never spend the time on it, just because I'm working or I'm just doing other stuff. There is only so many hours in a day, unfortunately. So, especially in school, like last year, I would have had zero time to do anything, like on weekends and stuff. I think I did. I'll have to double check. Yeah, I think I got the pop-up and it didn't work for some reason, so I'll have to add you next time I actually get on. I do forget. I was not kidding about not being good at adding people. But yeah. I think I have the request, and I should just be able to accept it. Yeah, I know. That's my motivation for a lot of my travel. Like stuff like this, I guess I can technically be doing this until I'm as old as I want to. And same with working. But I've tried to get out and travel as much as I can as well. Which I think has been good. Cause like you can only because when I say travel, I don't mean like going like sightseeing, because people do like cruises when they're old and retired, but I have zero interest in stuff like that, or like just sightseeing. So if I'm going somewhere, I want to be like actively out doing stuff. So I've made quite a few. Well, I've made a handful of climbing trips, as many as I can, and then. It's like I went to Vancouver last summer, and I'm going back to Vancouver. Yeah, I'll have to. Just love to see where I end up. I imagine I'll be in some. Well, I'll obviously be in some sort of engineering. I really do hope I can get into the more like creative aspects of it. Because right now my degree is more so like it's in materials, so it's kind of hyper focused on like this one aspect of stuff. But I would like I like the entire design process. So I think if I can build a portfolio, and like I obviously have the enjoyment of it, so that helps a lot. Yeah, I think I'll be able to do some fun stuff, hopefully. And if not, hey, I guess I always have it. I always have it as a hobby. And it's not like I don't enjoy the more like technical, like optimization aspects of it. I also quite enjoy optimization, so I'm not too worried about it. I will, whatever I do, as long as it's challenging, is basically the only qualifier on whether I enjoy something or not, which I think is usually a pretty good qualifier to have, or qualifier to enjoy. But yeah, I try and get as creative and try as many like unique things as possible. Has usually been my strategy. And hopefully it pays off. That one is our main save, and then Control P, automatic weights, and then hopefully I should be able to show you how this is supposed to work here. So fold that in, that folds in as well. Okay, nice. Alright, perfect. Alright, so I might go ahead and keyframe this here. Just keyframe the two positions. I'm not going to. This is not going to be like the exact animation of it, but because this doesn't come until just about the end. Turn both those in. This top one as well. I think those are colliding. Let's see if I can. It's very hard to tell what's going on. I don't know why I don't have the view of the other ones turned off, or like the other parts turned off. I should do that. But actually, looking at it, it wouldn't even help. This is very much just a proof of concept, though. So, this is the removable plug. Why is everything keyframed to 21? I hate that shit. Please. Why must I mess everything up every single time? And then so yeah, there's the general idea behind it. It's not. Look, it doesn't actually work. How far off of working is it? It's quite a ways off of functioning. Because right now we're still getting like the collision there. As an actual printed part, I would be able to fold these even more. Let me see what I can do on that front. Like pull this guy as far as possible. Alright.
Iconic style. Enduring quality.
I need music. Stop giving me ads. Give me music. So after this cures, like this black carbon fiber, this is incredibly rigid. So like you can't bend this at all. So if this is unfolded, then it will, as you pull it out, it will collide. Like you can see where it like passes through. Like that would not be possible to do without having it have some sort of a folding mechanism. The alternate option is if I do have issues with having the folding, I could just I could make like the base plug the size of me actually show this, because this is good for me to think about as well. This might be a different way that I could do this. So instead of in the current iteration, it requires being folded out. I could also make it so this white part is my plug, so that it pulls out and has no collisions there, and that would just require this white piece to just have a little bit more. So I just have to bring this in so that it fits on the outside, because no matter what, this is going to be flexible. So I can move this around, and the thickness of this can change. And then that would just mean the thickness of this goes all the way into like meet this like here. So instead of being a foldable plug, it could just be a plug, and then it has a wider buildup of flexible stuff on the outside. Because the flexible I can fold as much as I like, just no matter what. But for now, I'm gonna continue exploring the foldable. Whether or not it's the best way to do this, I do not know. And that's kind of the point of doing this stuff, like as an animation. Why I like to do it this way so much. It allows me to like visualize the stuff I'm designing. This broke. Can I open 892? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just a way to bypass the fiber, which is going to be holding it on, trying to make it like stay where it's at. So I fold this completely over, and this one folds completely over. So fold that one. I do think this might be the solution here. Fold. This is the last one to fold here. Up. It's still good on clearance. So yeah, now it should be pretty obvious how this is that I'm able to remove this now. So, and obviously, since this is so after this is done, this is how we would remove it. Still a little bit of clipping, but not nearly as much as it was previously. So still not quite perfect. But yeah, it's but still obviously in the real world we'll probably snap these off completely rather than actually folding it, because the material will snap regardless. That's just how the material works. So just for the visualization, to like make it very clear as to what I'm doing, I think I'm just gonna make it overfold a little bit. The issue is not with how much it folds, it's with this here. So can you just scale it down? Let's see. Okay. And that does actually look quite natural. That's just a little extra thing. Because this isn't a perfect analog to how the filaments work. Anyways. But yeah, now you can see it goes from not being able to be removed to being able to be removed easily. And that should be something that that is something I can do with any 3D print. I can do this. Alright, so I think so that's the rigging of that there. This is gonna be kind of a long process to animate. I might just do the removal, possibly, because I feel like the layup is rather implied. Or actually, no, I'll do the fiber laying up. I'll have these two already like connected to each other, and then I'll do the removal. And I think that should be a decent block of time. So now we need to throw some bones in this one, which is going to be interesting how I decide to do this. Because like I have a crease in it here, so I can like open it up kind of, which I think that's just kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw my first bone over here, and then just throw bones to follow the curvature of this. Have the last one there, right? And then this process being pretty doesn't matter too much, I don't think. So automatic weights. And, pose mode. Okay. So I think it will require basically the same thing just on the other side as well, because this pulls the vertices from the other side. basically just making a clam and pulling it apart. Okay, that's annoying. I need to set parents here. Hopefully, I think that does the trick. Control P, weights. Yep, that does it there. So now you can kind of see how this is going to insert on there. This isn't the actual way it's going to function in the end, but it's close enough. Is relatively close. What are those keyframes for? Wait, why are those? Actually, don't know why those keyframes show up, but nothing else does. That's odd. Okay, that's how. That's kind of cool. So only the stuff which I have selected shows up on the. So I think I can probably lay this up in the first 20-ish frames and bring it back from kind of around there maybe. That might be a bit far. Keyframe the end bits. Amateur mistake. Amateur mistake. Alright. Now we can do what we want. I'm gonna miss playing with armatures, because plan. What I've been doing here is but the first one, right? Maybe start it like there-ish. It's kind of tough to animate. Okay, I think that's good there. View on active camera to view. So this goes on there. That pulls out. Okay. I need to speed all of this up. So the first one goes there. Second one starts here. Start the last one at 60. Does that work? Or can I make this even snappier? We make the last two after start going about here, and then close by 60. This can start at 55 maybe? Okay. Snap, snap. Why the fuck is it? Okay. 55. Why is it? Which one's the... Oh, this one's the one with the keyframe motion. I was about to say. Okay. So there we go. Perfect. And I just need to speed up this here. This can start at 15. I can even if I just keyframe this start at 50. Like that moves forward so much. Why is it? What is that other keyframe there? That's being weird. I'm so confused. Why is there another keyframe? Oh, okay, this is... Oh, the scale downs of these all didn't get moved at all. So as... From 25 to 35, I want scaling to go. 25 to 30 rather. Okay. I can actually probably even slow down the other part a little bit. Or like slow down this section of the animation. Rather than being done in like the first 15 seconds. And for me to start. 25. Okay, then if it's done by 50, I should be able to remove the last piece. Okay, so there's that. And then after 50, you kind of just forget about you. Select you, and then just fling it off to the side. Whoosh. So on our camera here. Alright, that's fine. It's off screen by 55. And this guy's our last guy here. I think I'm just gonna keyframe sort of the same cage, like kind of the same armature I used for the last one. I could probably do exactly the same armature for the last as I used for this one. Now that I think about it, I just clear the keyframes off of it. Delete. Okay. And then just, I think, scale it up a touch, just so it fits into this. Let's get it about that much. Should be good enough. Okay, and around 55. I just need a U, parented, automatic weights. And this one's just gonna be kind of a go with it kind of setup here. Honestly, probably could have used the exact same setup. So I think since from 150 or 55 is when I'm gonna start it, and 70 is when I'm gonna have it like shrunk down and folded up or folded out of the way. Why does it fold like that? That's probably fine. Shit. I can't. Oh, that's annoying. I can only fold it. I can't fold this one because that's what. I mean, I can't decrease the size on that one since it's the only one that's matters. But I guess turning it in did enough that it didn't really matter. Let's take a straight on view. Shit. GX. Further there.
Have you lost Medicaid or chip? At healthcare.gov.
That's annoying because that like bulge there. Can't really get rid of it.
Enroll in a plan today at healthcare.gov. Paid for by the
Movie
U.S.
down now.
Department of Health and Human Services.
Yeah, that bulge is dumb as fuck. Why is it like that? I could just shrink everything just a touch. Shrink everything and shift it out of the way. Like there, I think just a touch more. Actually, I probably don't want to shrink it at all. I should just be able to move it out of the way. I guess I'm shrinking the other parts, but I should be able to move it out of the way using folding. Probably shouldn't have shrunk stuff at all, to be honest. It's fine. Okay, I forgot to keep him. Literally everything but that, just one, that one. Okay, so put that there, remove that one, shrink that, remove that. And honestly, I think that's a pretty good indication of what I wanted done. Bing, bing. I might actually animate this so it goes completely off. GY. It's completely off screen here. Although, I might be a little bit. Might be trying to move it a little too fast. Yeah, that definitely moves it a bit fast. Okay, I can probably start it moving sooner though. Like as we go here, it can probably, as it shrinks down, I can move it forward as well. Like here we go. Like, shrink it down. Hit the keyframe when it's out. A little bit smaller, and rather than just dropping it down and get it out of there quicker. I don't usually think so. I think I might make it. I'll drop it. I'll bring it back up. I'll bring it up because that's what I did with the last one. So it makes a little bit more sense in the context of the animation to pull it upwards. And the last one also got zipped out of there pretty quickly. Okay. So how's the actual framing on this here? I think it's a little bit off. So let's maybe center you there. I think as we pull, pull in and get a little closer shot onto the
Sell to your customers
object
anywhere
itself.
with Shopify, the commerce platform designed for entrepreneurs. Online, on social, in person, and on the go. Get the tools you need to sell the way you want. Powered by Shopify.
Like, how does it look fine though? I would like the entire object to be visible at the five frame mark, but like I'm nitpicking literal frames here, so it's fine. It's quite literally impossible for anyone to tell. I gotta choose my battles. And then okay, there we go. Remove that. Remove you. And bring you in. And we have a quite a good, nice little animation there. We're under that. Renders daily. 892. Yippee. Is there anything else that you wanted to change? I might switch up the material for this one a little bit. It's kind of ugly. So I'm gonna remove these and remove this cylinder because I no longer need it. I think I'm gonna actually end up. I'm going to make this alpha. Remove show backface, because the actual part that I have is the actual TPU that I will be using is see-through. Yeah. Okay. That. Yeah. It's about that see-through. That's just a nice indication of my TPU. That doesn't really matter, but yeah, it looks kind of cool though. I do like see-through my see-through objects. Big fan of them. It is kind of funny that the show backface just like fixes everything, because I would have never noticed that previously, but it just fixes all of the issues that I was having. Alright, flies off, and we've got our part there. Let's check that out. Two. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Pretty good representation. Yeah. Alright, I think that will be it for today's stream. That's kind of a quick one. Getting done, and dude, this shit has so many ads on it. I'm so used to having YouTube with ad block on, but I haven't got around to downloading ad block on that browser yet because it's only use it on stream. But yeah. So it's carbon fiber. I think I have something. Okay, I have. It's just carbon fiber. Inlaid with resin. I do have some fiberglass, which I would be able to show you what the fiber looks like, because fiberglass and carbon fiber are the same concept, just one's fiber and one's glass, or one's carbon and one's glass. But yeah, no, it's just like a sheet of fabric. So let me end this, but I'll show you with this. So this paper is probably the best analog I can give. So it is just a fabric. So it lays around however you like, and then you spread like resin, which is like a kind of plastic, on it that hardens, and then then everything hardens together. And since the carbon fiber is really strong, once everything gets locked into place. Because like, if you're like, you can't pull carbon fiber apart. It's very strong, but it's also just very thin and like fabricy. So if you add like resin around it, then it becomes a very hard surface just overall. So yep. So we're working with that. So yeah, but yeah, anything you see that's that has like a black texture and it looks like it's woven, that's gonna be carbon fiber. You see it a lot. You see it in a lot of stuff because it's very light in relation to its properties. So. And at some time on stream, I won't be like doing the casting of it or the layup of it on stream, but at some point I will probably be able to show off the part that we end up making. Cause I'm still doing like I'm doing the fiber part through school, but the designing part I'm doing independently of the team. Yep. So you see it a lot in like race cars and such. But yeah, I think that's probably gonna be it for today. I don't even know what else I would do. I do want to keep going, but I do have a lot of stuff I need to do. Because I might, I gotta do homework, and then I might also record the video because I've just been putting that off more than anything. Like everything's prepped for it. I've just been putting it off. Because I would like to upload that this weekend, I think. Probably aim to upload that on Saturday. Yeah. So probably finish up some homework. Start prepping for... Oh yeah, for sure. I'll do that right after I end stream, before I forget. Because I'm good at forgetting shit. But yeah, I'm definitely down for that. But yeah, peace.